Do you like this shirt? Me too. So let's talk for a second about what goes into selling at a doll show, and then we're going to talk about the haul. I mean, the haul. No, the real haul. There's a local doll show called Sherry's Show, which is pretty close to Disneyland. It's actually closer to Knott's Berry Farm, but not everybody knows where that is. The show has been running since the late 90s. It actually used to be monthly at the Disneyland Hotel, I'm pretty sure. These days, it's every 3 months, I believe, so the next one's in July. Every seller has a different system. Some are casual sellers like me, some are full-time dealers. It really just depends. I had to start with pricing all my items, which I've had months to do, but didn't even look at until a Friday. Yeah. And I had to leave Saturday, so basically the day before. That's how I roll. And pricing can really be a lot because the market changes so much, it fluctuates so much. You don't want to overcharge anybody. You don't want to leave money on the table. For me personally, I try to price things below eBay so that they sell, which some people care about. Not everybody does. Pricing took me a good 12 hours just in the garage, just looking stuff up and sold items on eBay and trying to figure out what I thought was a fair price. The doors open for setup for dealers at 7 a.m. and it used to be open to the public at 9, but now they open at 8:30. So rather than get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and try to hit Starbucks and get there on time after driving that far and you're just being exhausted, it was just easier to stay in the hotel. That's not an option for everybody. I completely understand. It's convenience for me. I'll take part of the money I make to pay for the hotel because I'm lazy. My sister and my niece were helping me out, and my sister actually FaceTimed me at like 6:30 in the morning, and I was answering the phone in the dark. What are you doing? I was like, are you in bed? I'm like, yeah, I'm still in bed. I don't have to be there until 7 o'clock. Why would I be out of bed now? And as you can tell from the video, I really did just rolled out of bed and went to work. I was going to say that's how I roll, but I don't want to do that. Don't make me do that. So once we get there, the first thing is to load in. So you have to haul everything from your car into the venue, find your table, which you buy well in advance because they sell out pretty quickly. Then I have those plastic shelves, like used for storage in the garage and whatnot, because you can break those down and put those together pretty easily. And got those built up and then got all the dolls on the table. And then, my partner, my sister, and my niece were helping me. And then just had them, in the end, I just asked them, just set it up. And then I'll change everything once it's done, which is pretty much what happened. But because everything was priced, it was pretty good. I think we got done about 8:15. I had 15 minutes to run around and sort of pre-shop before the doors were open. And I mean, there's already people easily at 8 o'clock, if not 7:30, shopping at the people next to them. And you don't want to be intrusive because they're working, they're trying to get their table set up as well. So, but you're walking around and you're like, looky-looey. Or how much is that? Yeah. The very first time I sold, I had never sold before. I had 4 tables. It was huge. And because I was a new seller, I got swamped by all the regular sellers that were there. I mean, and I hadn't priced it. I hadn't finished pricing everything. And people were just bombarding me with questions. How much is this? How much is this? It was a feeding frenzy. And it was bad. But I learned from that. And, waited until the day before to fix stuff. The show itself was a lot of fun. I got to see all my local Barbie friends, all my new friends on TikTok that came to say hi. I really appreciate you. I know some of you drove from really far. You win a special prize. I don't know what that is, but yes, you do. Okay, this is kind of a weird story for me to tell, but one of you drove pretty far, like 6 hours to come say hi and shop at, I know it wasn't all about me, but to come say hi and shop at the show. And that was amazing. And I was talking about it with Azusa Barbie, who you might know from, she's bigger on YouTube and Instagram. She doesn't really do TikTok. We were talking about it later in a group of friends, and she was saying how, she had somebody come to see her from Mexico. And I was like, it's really, I'm really flattered that somebody drove so far to see me, but, she's got people coming from a foreign country. And so my sister was like, Mexico's, 2 hours away, right? Yeah, no, I'm not that swift. So the person that drove out to see me, thank you. And I know a couple of you drove kind of far, so I love you too. Thank you. Back to the show. So it was actually pretty good. I sold a decent amount, which was nice. I mean, it's nice to make a little bit of money, and it's even better to make a little bit of space. That's really the main. If I had space, I wouldn't sell anything. People were asking me, what is all this stuff? And I was like, everything that you see here is stuff I bought because I love. I don't buy to resell. I buy it because I love it. You just don't have room for everything. And that's actually kind of a lie because I did buy an extra queen when she came out because I'm not stupid. So it was great. I was really torn between doing my own shopping and seeing everything at the show because it's a Barbie show and I get excited and I want to go out there and see everything that's going on. But I also don't want to ditch my family with control of the booth. Although they're much better about this now because I think it's the third time they've helped out. So they're kind of okay with it, but I still feel really bad. Thank you all for helping. I need to hire some Barbie friends or something but they're gonna want to shop too, so that doesn't work. I need to hire some non-Barbie friends. I don't have any of those. The doll show isn't just about going out and shopping and finding really cool stuff, which it kind of is. It's also about seeing your friends that you haven't seen in a while, especially with everything that's been going on the last few years. It's great just to stop and chat and, you get tied up in that, but that's what happens. I sort of made that decision at the national convention one year because we get I miss all the room shopping because I'm just connecting with my friends that I haven't seen since last year. And one year I was like, I'm gonna save all the visiting for later in the week, and these first couple days I'm just gonna shop. But of course that doesn't happen. Not that I'm a super social person, but you see your friends, you want to say hi to them and you want to talk and you want to connect. It is what it is. So yeah, the show was fire. I loved meeting everyone. It was super fun. So here's part of the haul. This very fancy Bob Mackie doll. She's got to get her own video. I actually don't, I just am after this. Just this. I have a sample of this Mackie doll, but she doesn't have a head. So I'm going to rebody her so that the sample version of her dress has a head. And then I'll have a useless headless body. I think that's got to be a different video, right? I also picked up a few nice examples of some pink box. I didn't used to really be into this, but it's the more you know, the more you get into it. And this is really a much bigger thing. European collectors really love like 80s, 90s Barbie. And all of you too. So this was a nice version of Tropical Ken. I also picked up this rollerblade Barbie. She's the one that actually sparks and burns down your house and causes fires. And I ended up picking up not only the Hispanic Day to Night Barbie, but a blonde version. There's also a black version of this doll, but the seller didn't have it, so they're really neat. This bag is really where I blew all my money, but totally worth it. I bought a bunch of miniatures. There's a miniature hat box. This is so good, you have no idea. What's this one? Oh, see? Miniature version of a vintage licensed product. Or, that's even a miniature Barbie doll. This really does have to be its own video, though. And then while I was in Orange County, I also stopped at Daiso, because who doesn't love Daiso? And picked up stuff, like way too much, a lot of acrylic. These are things that I use to display my collection and different things. I even bought some organizers. I'll do a whole other video about that. So the next show isn't until July. I hope you get a chance to come out. And if you do, please say hi. I'd love to talk to you all.